Have you talked to Benjamin about being the jump scare? Does he enjoy being the jump scare?
I haven't talked to him about it. I don't know how he feels, if he even knows.
That's
Right.
awesome.
At least
Hello,
he's not a filthy
everybody.
animal.
We haven't
Good
seen
evening,
him in the
everyone.
comments. I know, right? We need to like yell at him.
It's kind of like, you got to think. Remember, he's a PhD and tenure at ISU, and so
I'm not listening to that. I only
I feel like
care
we're
about
just
his
making
interactions with
excuses.
us.
well, I only see my wife as an adjunct faculty, and she's stinking busy. So I can imagine as a tenured professor, she's got to be similar.
Hello, everyone. As we
Hey, Carrie.
as
Hi,
we
Carrie.
as we complain about our former guests, or as I'm not going to put it on them.
Well, I was
It's
going to say
on those
us,
two.
but then I also jumped in and helped you. So there's that too.
Right, exactly. Just
Too
that,
funny.
just that. So, Sandy, how was your day?
Man, it was cold. How about that? It was
I
cold,
know, right?
and I worked from home today.
What was the
Oh.
temperature?
Like
24.
26 at some point. Yeah. It was, that's ridiculous for us when we went from like 70 to 26.
I know. So
I talked to a
sad.
guy today, and he was like, "Hey," he goes, "Hey, how's everything going?" I was like, "I'm just trying to stay warm." And he's like, "Oh, really? What's the temperature down there?" It's like 26 right now. And he just laughed. He goes, "I'll send you a picture of the 7 inches of snow that we received."
Ouch.
Where was he at?
I think he was Chicago area, maybe. I don't know. I don't
Something crazy
remember.
like that.
Yeah, something dumb like that. I was like, "That's on you." Sorry, your day.
No, it was good. So I worked from home, but I also, had one eye on Unsolved Mysteries. So I was binge watching the
second
new
season?
season. Yes.
Already?
Yes. And so all the cases were great. The one that I had to write home about was one from Japan. And they had an earthquake, and then of course comes a tsunami. And then after the tsunami, they had an uptick in paranormal activity.
Oh, we all know why.
But they were like, we've never had that. They've never had that before. And it was really, because I guess they don't have the same belief as Americans as far as ghosts go, or at least Mexicans and their cucuys.
Renee, if you're watching, what's that all about? Can you tell us? 'Cause I know that's your thing.
So anyway, it was really super interesting. And there was a guy, of course, there was like a therapist on there, and he said, there's, PTSD from all of that. So we feel like, they're all experiencing. But anyway, great day. Eric put on a pot roast before he went to work, and we had an amazing dinner. And we actually just got back from the vet with Piper.
Aw.
Why was that?
She's got lady part problems. I think that's all part of how many times she was bred in her little short lifetime. So I think she's just chronic illness is basically what it is. But anyway, how was your day, Jamie?
It was okay. I've been going in to work late every day since last week because
What are they gonna do? Fire you?
sometimes I just
Cough.
just feel a little off. So it's like, I'll
You
be
know
back
what?
in
I
later.
couldn't find matching socks today, so I think I'll be late.
That was exactly what it had to be. There you go. Let's see. I feel real productive actually. Today, I got both of our promos made for Tuesday and Wednesday, and got both of our mic checks or technology checks from both of our guests for tomorrow and Wednesday, and got to do the whole run through with them and make sure everything was good. And I was like, man, I will say that someone shared with me, they were like, so what do you get out of it? And I gave this whole long story, and he goes, so you're not making any money? I was like, oh, that's what you meant. Like, this is absolutely free, and all I get is just joy to hang out with my friends and our viewers.
But if you would like to pay us,
I should have said, but if you want to sponsor
we'll
us,
send our Venmos. We'll put our Venmos in the
Pina
comments. Yeah.
123
At Joe
Pina.
At Joe-Baker-photo.
So and then I got to reach out to a bunch of our viewers today for just different reasons, and I was just engaging with them individually, and so that was real fun to do too. Yeah.
Oh, you
good.
actually interact with people once the show's over?
I
For
try
free?
to.
Or are you giving out your Venmo?
You know, I just went through these comments, and now you're going through them again.
He thinks that we're not.
I know.
And then I love Anita's comment. Did you highlight that one?
I'll let Joe handle it since I'm kind of multitasking.
Yeah, I was like, I know you're working on something. So.
Can always tell.
Oh, hello, us three amigos.
Hey, Gabs. Thanks for joining us tonight.
And then Carrie, how about that snow that's on the way? He wants to have a snowman contest.
It's too cold.
We'll let Jamie win that one.
Jamie wins.
Yeah,
We
the
had
wind
a
makes it
slight
colder.
dusting today, so
Man,
that was...
did you see? We're going to be like in the wind chills of like 7 and 5 tomorrow.
I know. The high is 7. That's not a high, people. That's not a high.
Isn't that
Snoop
crazy?
Dogg would not approve of that high.
Hey, Toy. Thanks for joining us,
Hi,
man.
What's happening, Toy?
Awesome.
That is so cool.
Sandy, once in a while, you should watch the Hallmark Channel.
If it wasn't the same people with the same ugly sweater falling in love.
Listen, it's all good. I
The
enjoy it.
Hallmark Channel had a murder every now and then.
Right. Just every now and then.
just throw one in there.
Just throw one in there. Yes.
Joe, how was your day?
Mighty Joe, sort of young. So my day was actually, so I kind of woke up later than normal, than
Like
usual.
2 o'clock later?
So
No,
11:30.
No, it was more. I didn't get to work till let's say 12:30.
Work. It always feels weird. for
Yeah,
you
and I
saying that.
actually did. I do anything while I was at work? I replied to some emails, talked to the guys, thought about it. Yeah. So yeah, it was productive. Oh, and I got home. So last night I made chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
And so that was really good. And then tonight I made sloppy joes. So
That should have been your name, Sloppy Joe.
I should have,
Sloppy
but
Joe.
I'll save that for another week. And then Chon's right.
Oh,
It's all
Chong
about
wants to Venmo us.
It's all about the dollar.
Bills, y'all.
And hope you're staying warm. Yes, I am.
And we are.
In fact, I don't have my pants on from. I meant maybe I shouldn't have shared that.
Please
Sorry.
stop that right now. We have young ones that watch this.
TMI. Joe.
See here. Mom was happy to tell me that the Hallmark movies on right now are brand new.
What?
Hey, for all y'all Hallmarkers.
I heard some news that they were going to release some movie on. Oh, the new James Bond. They're talking about releasing it on Netflix or
Or Hallmark.
maybe Hulu.
The-
Yeah, Sandy, on Hallmark. That would make
That
would be
would make
even
them-
better.
Perfect sense.
Perfect. Joe, if it gets a snow, are you going to play with a drone or maybe do a shoot with model? How awesome would that
Oh, that would be kind of neat, Joe. Because then if it crashed, it would just land in the snow. Wait a minute. Lubbock? Snow? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Crash. I'm glad you said that. I mean, not that glad, but part of the
Yeah.
breaking.
be? I'm already ahead of you there, Miss Carrie. I know what you're thinking.
He had
I know what
already
you're
thought of that, Carrie. Now,
And then I think Chon is cold.
yeah, Chong wants cold hard cash. That's what that means.
Right, that's what he meant.
That's hilarious.
Did y'all see that there was like a small airplane crash on 34th and A?
What?
Really?
No, I did not know
You mean
that.
34th and A over here near Chicago or 34th and A in
Lubbock,
Lubbock?
Texas?
Oh, because we had one up here too.
Really?
Yeah, this morning off of Chicago.
We also almost had 100 accidents this morning, Jamie. That's just
Well,
how we're doing. So
You know, that doesn't
the
shock
airplane
me.
is par for the course, honestly.
Right.
I mean, if you're from,
You know.
if you're a Lubbock guy and you're riding airplanes, it's the same thing as if you were driving your car in Lubbock.
Mhm.
Right. Exactly.
So
Lubbock, we only make the news for bad things. So we're infamous here in Lubbock. So just
Yeah.
very infamous. You know,
Yeah.
the earliest infamous news I can remember Lubbock making was the bubonic
Bud.
plague.
Oh
The
yeah.
what?
Yeah. Someone took out a thing of bubonic plague from the university or something.
Yeah.
We're missing a vial of bubonic plague.
And they found it with the guy who like headed up the viral or biology department who was flying back from China.
Oh,
And they were like,
great.
"Where's the other vial?" And he's like, never knew what happened to that story, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Suspect night?
they just swept it under the rug.
They did something with it, right?
Gabby, sure wish you knew a model or two, Joe. I know, right?
I know you had asked, you put out there if anybody wanted to do a snow, and I'm like, man, if I liked the cold and it was hot, I totally would.
Right, exactly.
me up.
That reminds me of what's his name from Frozen? Whatever snowmen do in summer. That's awesome. Mr. Pineapples, are we ready to start our new segments?
We can do the first. Yeah, we'll run it. I will give some heads up later on, but not right now. So for the moment,
Joanne said it's Avenue A, 36th and 37th Street. So avoid it at all possible, Lubbock people.
Yeah, and it crashed in someone's backyard.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
gnarly.
Wish it would have been in my backyard. There's
You
something
never see
inside
that
it.
like on a, like you see it on a policy, but you never really know.
Really think you're gonna file for it, right?
Oh, never mind. I don't want it. Never mind. That was
Yeah, there was 2 injuries and 1 fatality. Yeah.
that was dumb. I shouldn't have said that. Hope
Well, if it was like a drone plane,
right.
that's what he meant.
We can just
That's
move
what I
on.
meant. That's what I
okay.
meant. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I took a nap today.
I was almost there.
Hashtag nap together 6 foot apart. I can't believe you're not taking more naps, Mr. Pineapples, with all the free time that you should be having.
Oh, I do in the mornings.
When you wake up and then take a nap?
Yeah, basically.
You like a call comes in on the queue and just magically stays on the queue for a really long time.
Oh no, I don't even do that. I just stay at home. I just stay home. I'm like, I'm sick.
You're like, I'm not going back. I'm not going back.
And yeah, all right. Let's see.
Are
What
we-
was the? I
What-
forget
which
how
one?
we're doing this. Did we do the? Did we already just do the catch up? Is that how it works now?
We just finished
Yeah.
the catch up.
We
So now
just finished.
All right, there we go.
wait, so we should have started with that.
We should have. But Sandy jumped the gun and she's like, "How's your day, Jay Pineapples?"
No, it was me.
See, that's what happens when you don't pay
Yeah, I
attention.
asked Sandy how her day was because
That's what I said. You asked
didn't
Sandy how her
know-
day was, and we were just like, "Okay, I guess we're not doing it."
you were supposed to have it already queued up and just like blast
You
it. as
after
soon-
all-
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, you had it queued up, ready to go,
Here we
and
go.
interrupted us.
and then interrupted
Out of
us right in the
purpose,
middle of
out
it.
of love.
Y'all, this is my ripped from the headlines today.
It's
I'm
playing.
so excited about it.
I can't hear anything.
And
There's no volume. It's about a dog, though.
it's about a dog.
You've heard of taking the dog out for a walk, but what about a dog taking itself for a stroll?
There, our staff seen what happened, so went to the door, let Jem in, and was waiting for the parents.
Jem, a 5-year-old Shepherd Cross, used to go to Happy Tails Pet Resort 3 or 4 times a week. Then the pandemic hit, and now she goes once a week. Jem decided that simply wasn't enough and managed to get out of her fenced backyard and walk herself over to Happy Tails.
She's like, "Where's my room?"
Yeah.
Before,
And she was really happy.
She walked like 5 blocks to get there.
Off leash in our parking lot, and they immediately turn around and come to the front door, rather than thankfully run across the street or anything like that. But we've never had one, sort of find their way several blocks and find their way. But it's not surprising because dogs are smarter than we give them credit for.
Once Jem's parents got word their pup walked herself to the doggy daycare, they let her spend the day.
They let her spend the day.
That's so funny. So, guys, I think Dolores said they couldn't hear it. So, basically, this dog was used to going to the spa 3 to 4 times a week. But when the pandemic hit, they had to knock it down to like once a week. So, anyway, she escaped her house and went like 5 blocks down the way to get to her spa. So, they let her in. They thought, oh, her parents will be in just a second. Well, they never showed up. And that's when they learned that she'd gotten out. I'm like, that's awesome because my dog would not do that. He'd be
That was
gone.
pretty fabulous. No
My
joke.
dogs would never even leave the house. They're just like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Deeply out there.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
they're
okay.
like, it's okay.
All right, well, check this one out. I grabbed a couple here, one for me, one for Joe, so that we could share. And
Well, I got my own.
oh,
ready for
great!
you,
I
so-
misread that earlier. I saw on the little side thing where you said you forgot. So
No,
never
no,
mind.
no.
We'll go
Not
ahead and
my-
share mine.
Pepper Institute here at New Mexico State University. We got your everyday, ordinary chili peppers here.
And this is the Buchalogia, the world's hottest chili pepper.
Right?
1 million Scoville heat units.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's the world's hottest chili right there. And so I'm going to give you some milk to cut that heat.
It's starting to kick in a little bit.
You can do that with all the confidence in the world.
Bahujukula pepper, hottest pepper in the world at the time.
That was a dumb move, wasn't it?
And then he took a second bite.
Why would you do that?
Oh my. So I couldn't use
Oh
it.
my goodness.
So much.
You gave him a little bit of, and then he touches his eye.
How long is this
Oh.
gonna last?
For some people,
Come on,
6 hours.
never mind.
Seriously?
He's trying to be all.
He's like, how long does this last?
Did you hear what he said? 5 to 6 hours.
Oh,
Used a while ago.
5 to 6 hours is gonna last.
It keeps giving, doesn't it?
Just keeps hitting.
That's what's here.
no. Okay, did y'all see that? He was like nothing. Didn't even
Yeah,
get the information.
He was like, "What is this?" The guy was like, "It's the Bahujukula pepper, and it's one of the hottest peppers in the world, at 1,000,000 Scoville units." And he was like, "Huh?
What's that mean?
I don't- That's
I
That's
can't
nothing,
hear you
right?
over the fire.
just to help you understand, like, what is it? I think a regular green jalapeno pepper that you get is, I think, 5,000 or 6,000 Scoville units. So just the regular, normal jalapeno peppers. The Bahujukula pepper, 1,000,000.
Yeah.
And Scoville
So-
units is what's used to tell you the
That's
heat.
also the amount of syllables in the word bujukula.
Oh yeah.
So, jeez. All right, and then this one real quick. This one's a good one though. Hold on.
Oh.
You seen this one, Joe? You see
No,
it?
but I see it. I'm like. Oh my god! He's like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so have you ever seen, there's another one maybe next week I'll show, but there's one where there's a news anchor and it's similar. He's doing the news, he's holding the end of a snake, and then you can see the little lizard like prepping, and then it jumps up on his jacket and he's just going
yeah, he basically like freezes and he falls back.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah,
will love it. I'll share it. I'll try to remember to share it next week.
You need to
And,
watch the one with what's his name? When Kevin Hart was on Jimmy. What's the one?
Fallon.
Jimmy
Kimmel.
Fallon. He's on Jimmy
Fallon.
Fallon show, and then the Crocodile Hunter's son is on there, and he brings animals. It's so hilarious.
Really? I
Yeah.
saw it, but I don't remember it yet.
It's a good one because Kevin Hart is like all the way across the stage whenever he brings out all the animals and stuff like
And
that.
he's out of control normally, so when he sees the animal, he is like,
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, he's so freaking. It's such a weedy. It's so funny and he knows it. He goes, I'm not a fighter."
"Look,
He goes, "I'm
get our
small."
friends the little nitro gummy berry. You might win America's Funniest Home Videos." Matt has eaten one. I've never heard of this.
What is the little nitro? What is that?
No, so I'm not none of the hot stuff. I hate the hot stuff. Like that. It's a hot
Yeah,
challenge.
Josh.
It's just like the one chip challenge, the ghost pepper
Oh yeah.
one chip challenge.
Dang poor dude. I'd be scared too. I know, me Dios.
Translation.
9 million
Scaredy cat.
Scoville. Jeez. That's how much
9
that hot bear thing is, Carrie.
What?
9 million Scoville. This thing right here.
9 million.
And it's 9 of the higgly jiggly ones.
Yeah, and it's a little.
Whoa.
I'm assuming it's a little bear. We're gonna have to put I'm gonna find that later, and then we'll put it in there.
We're gonna Google that.
That's insane. Joe, why don't you go ahead next?
I'm gonna share mine. So
Okay.
I want to let people remind them that early voting has started here in Texas. So make sure that you go out and vote.
Here too.
Also in Illinois. So make sure you're out voting. It's really important that you vote. There's also another reason that you might want to vote because
Yes.
this lady won $2 million on her
What?
way home from voting.
Shut the front door.
This happened today, 5 hours ago.
in Texas.
In South Carolina, a South Carolina woman found participating in democracy to be extra rewarding when a stop on her
What?
way home from voting led to a $2 million lottery jackpot. The Beaufort woman told South Carolina education lottery officials she was on her way home from casting her vote when she decided to stop at the Parker store in Beaufort for a drink and some lottery tickets.
Beaufort.
The woman said she checked her
Beaufort?
Mega Millions ticket the next day and showed it to her husband, thinking she had won $1,000. No, I think it's more than that. The woman's husband told her.
I'd have been
ticket-
happy with 1,000 too, though, but more
which
with 2
turned
million.
out to be a $2 million winner. The winner said she hasn't decided how to spend her money yet. I'm keeping it low key, she said. Yeah, because you don't want all those extra relatives to show up.
All the raza starts talking about
Todo
nowhere.
de gente.
All
Yeah.
the gente.
So
I know
vote,
Anita would be a relative all of a sudden.
and
She'd be
on
like,
your way
"Oh."
home, make sure you pick up a lotto ticket because you could be the next one that we talk about next week.
Didn't
And
we hear about the
also, a
macaroni
side
guy
note.
last?
Yeah,
Huh?
last week was the macaroni guy.
I was
Last
going to
week
say, a side note, if you don't vote, you don't complain. Okay. I ain't trying to hear you.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, don't complain about
I-
not winning a lottery if you don't go vote. So.
Right, exactly. Come on,
Yeah,
people.
I'm
Let's
with you,
let's
Cindy.
be smart about it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So I just pull up. I go to a website. I pull up the best news of today, and last week's was the macaroni and cheese guy winning lotto, and this week was this one. So it's not that I'm choosing someone that's picking the lotto. It just happens to be the first one. Okay, so stop yelling at me, people. All right, just stop yelling at me. Shut up. Go vote and buy a lotto ticket.
Right. And splitsies if you win it.
Yes,
You heard it here
definitely
first.
right here.
Yes.
We
Okay.
get 33%, and you can keep the one.
We'll give you
Right.
pennies on pennies. That's what we'll give you.
I have a question for Josh. Why? Why?
It called his name, I bet, and he just was like, yeah. And the Carolina Reaper.
Anything that says Reaper? Not interested. Just
Right?
Are
You
you
see,
sure?
that's kind of goes back to what we've talked about in the past, where in Missing 411 episode, Sandy, where we're like, yeah, we're just gonna run we're out.
No,
Yeah.
man.
So it's kind of the same thing. You see a ghost reaper, you're like, I'll look at it from here.
No,
that's
we gotta
fine.
go check it out.
I don't
y'all.
need to touch it. I don't need to eat it. Mm-mm.
If I
Okay.
hear a strange noise, I'm going towards a strange noise. I don't
Yeah, you
understand where y'all are going.
Oh
We have to
gosh.
find out what's going on. And
You're gonna be the guy when I run. I'm gonna grab you to run with us. But when you start honking and hollering at those things, I'll be like, y'all can have 'em.
you know,
No, I can have
Joe would be the one that I would kick in the knees so I could have a fighting chance. I'm like,
Yes.
where's this weakling?
no, I'd be
Joe's
like,
the guy we
hey,
bring.
there's obviously something that we need to know, so we need to go check it out.
Not that curious.
Not that curious. No.
I was like, I could be the first Filipino to figure out what's going on over here, and
the
so I
last.
have to go
And
that way.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I told Renee because Renee's like, let's go hunting there. And I'm like, look, Renee, if you do get abducted, I want you back on the show so I can interview you. If you make it back alive.
If you make it back alive.
If you
Carrie
make it-
said, Josh, we grow them at my house because my husband is missing some brain cells.
I think the Reapers have reached the cells.
Oh,
Well, so you know what the benefit is to any kind of pepper, right? Jalapenos or whatever, like all that.
Weight loss.
It does help with weight loss, but specifically, it clears arteries naturally of any cholesterol. It's the highest. It has the highest vitamin C, E, and I think D than any other fruit or vegetable. And then there's a couple other things I can't remember. Maybe Josh will fill them in for us.
it also hides the taste of food. So you could be a terrible cook. You just make it super spicy and nobody knows what it's tasting.
And did you know that birds are the only species that has not, either you want to say it, they haven't developed the taste buds that the capsaicin makes them feel spicy to them. The only species.
Really? That's
Speaking of
interesting.
spicy, I just tried a new spicy Dorito thing. It
Yeah?
had a jalapeno and a lime on the front.
I saw that today for the first time. Was it good?
It was. I had 5 of them, and I was like, okay. So I'm not a spicy guy, y'all. I'm not a spicy guy,
You're a Filipino guy.
and so it was a little.
Only Latinos are
I could only
spicy.
eat 5 chips, and I was
Jason
like,
said, I've had the hottest burger on the planet by Travel Channel's Man vs. Food. The 4 Horsemen burgers contain fresh jalapenos, serrano peppers, a habanero sauce, and the dreaded ghost.
Cholokia pepper. That's insane. That Jolokia pepper was the one that guy ate.
Oh, really? I was like, is that
Yeah.
another name of another pepper?
Yeah. The ghost pepper and Jolokia pepper are
And
the same
Jason,
thing.
I'm glad you see that you're still alive. Hey, Jason was on my show this past weekend.
nice.
Yes,
We
he
had
was.
technical difficulties. Renee, I'll be queen of the aliens. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
So these are the chips that I had today. Doritos Flamas. Am I saying that right?
I'm reading it like flamers.
I'm
How'd you
that's
read
not
it,
what I
Jamie?
thought it was.
That's what I got today.
Okay. I
Because
thought I
usually
saw
for
something
Slappy
different.
Joes we do Funyuns and Slappy Joes, but I wanted to try something a little different.
Man, that is a weird bag. Can we rewind real quick? So my
Sure.
weekend was okay. I went to this place and they had a wall of barrels of oil and barrels of vinegar.
Wow.
And they gave you selections to try with some bread, and I was like, yes. So this was before my brain realized, what the heck are you doing? Get out of there. But before that, I was like, ooh, oil and vinegars. And I had never seen this before, so I was asking for all different flavors and everything. And I was trying them all out, dipping bread in there and eating it. I walked away with a Mayer, you can see it back right there, with a Mayer lemon vinegar, which Mayer lemons are sweet lemons instead of your traditional tart ones.
Oh, is that the ones that are like orange and lemon? A
No.
combination?
No. But
Well,
that's
then just go ahead
need
and
to
edit
try
that
that.
out of here. My bad.
Anyhow, it was really good. They didn't. I was reminded of that because they had an oil or a jalapeno lime vinegar in there, and we can't see it on here, but it's right there. But and I was like, oh snap, because I told him I wanted to try that next time. It tasted really good. But anyway, have you guys ever been to a place that had oil and vinegar barrels of the stuff? That was
I would have to say no.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with no on that one, Bob.
Yeah.
I can't wait to take that Mayer lemon vinegar and make an oil cake with it and see how it tastes.
That's cool. Josh, you need to go back to our earlier season 1.
Season 1 was full of this thing.
Full of this stuff.
Joe was not happy about
I
any
was
of them.
not happy about any of them, but I participated.
You got to go back and watch the Friday episode where I was teleported by aliens, Josh. More on that another time.
Our Freaky Friday
Teleported.
episodes, Josh.
Oh, no. And they can't. No. There was legit evidence and everything. They were like, okay.
He has some pretty good evidence.
And
I'll give him that.
Josh, just a side note, if you're into murders or anything, I have a show on Saturday.
It's so like, I'm not, it was either, I couldn't decide if that was more of like a seductive bring or I'm pathetic and don't forget about me. So I'm going to go with seductive. Like, come here.
I think something's about to happen to Mr.
I don't think anything's going to happen.
Uh-oh. She totally left.
Exit. That was a bad exit. Like it went all the way out.
I'm so sorry. That was. Did we get that live?
We did get that live.
Okay.
We need to roll that back
though.
and cut.
We can edit that.
Cut that out.
I'm sorry, Sandy. You were not pathetic. Okay, at all, ever.
Oh, well, you had to say it again twice.
Yeah. True birds always, yes, true. Birds always, punctuation is important, people. Because we're going to read it totally wrong. Yes, true. Birds always ate my dad's peppers in the garden. So I'll do my best to insert it for you, but don't yell at me
Count on it, yeah.
if I get it wrong. Oh, Sandy, you're killing me.
Yay, Dolores. Wait, is that a good thing?
Yeah. My granddaughter eats those flamas like they are candy, one right after the. See, and Kiki
yeah.
eats them too, and I'm just like, what?
But
Eden.
but even offer them something spicy.
You won't touch it, right?
They're like, oh my god, that's too much.
Yeah. Eden will eat what are they? Takis or tikis?
Takis, yeah.
Takis. And she'll eat them she'll continually. She's like, ooh, it's so hot, Dad. She'll like, give me some water. But she'll keep eating them and eating them. But I'm so proud of that little girl because I've always complained. I'm the only one who likes spicy food up here. About 2 years ago, she started trying to sample spicy stuff and like legit pieces of jalapeno, hot sauce, everything. And she'll be like, I'll try a little bit of it. And now she's starting to develop that thing where she can handle more and more of it.
Flavor. We
I'm
add
like-
some flavor.
I'm like, baby girl, I'm bringing you when I go to the hot wings joint or whatever else. So,
Very nice.
um,
Joanne, how do I make my sloppy joes with manwich? Because I'm just trying to get it done.
just like, yeah, just
And
whatever
I'm
too
not-
quick.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be no Chef Boyardee or anything like
3
that.
ingredients or less, people.
That's
That's a rule of thumb.
and I need a minimum 2 hours in the kitchen for my stuff. So my wife doesn't like that.
Mm.
Josh, he still doesn't realize that the question you asked him earlier, he already answered.
Josh, my
he's
question
asking
was,
again.
why would you eat those things?
Right, exactly.
Why would you punish yourself? It's torture.
Right, exactly. Oh, speaking of Josh, I am going to be on his show on Thursday to talk about photography. So,
What time is the show?
I think we're starting 8:00.
Oh, it's an early one.
It's an early one, yeah.
8
I don't
a.m.?
know. No.
I mean, 8
You know, I
p.m.
would have
early.
said no.
Oh, yeah. I was like, how did he get that? How did you get? What was
No,
your
no, no,
secret,
yeah.
Josh?
Yeah, so 8 p.m. on Thursday, and it'll solely be about photography and my journey and awesome photography stuff. So that can't be
I don't know what you're talking about.
the spicy.
The Scovilles.
Oh, for that man?
Releasing.
Yeah, that guy's it's burning both ways.
Still to this
That
day.
is an experience. If you guys haven't gone and checked out the Haribo's comments under Amazon,
Oh, yes. Those are funny.
there's one story about how the toilet bowl took him into time and traveled back in the past and all this stuff.
Yeah,
and, so,
and if you need a new YouTube series, and it's not new, but Hot Ones on YouTube, there's a
that's so
great
good.
show about spicy food.
did you end up watching the one with Jessica Alba I told you
I
about?
did not. I started it, and then I
Good.
got sidetracked and, fell asleep.
My
How did
favorite
you
one is-
do?
She was okay until she got to like the second or third to the last one, and she was kind of like most of them do. They're always like, "What are we talking about? Where
Yeah,
am
because
I?"
he asks such hard questions too. It's
And they're
not like
and they always tell him that. They're like, "Dang it, you freaking asking me! Oh, what is?" And she's grabbing sour cream off the camera, and he's like, "What is that? What'd you eat?" And she goes, "That didn't work with a bleep of anything." But she still keeps eating it. She still keeps eating the sour cream. It's
oh
so
my
funny.
goodness, I need to finish it.
My favorite
is
has been Kevin Hart
uh-huh.
and
Oh,
Key
yeah.
and Peele.
Yeah, I was about to say Key and Peele, and then
Man.
what's his name? Gordon Ramsay's.
That was a good one. That was like last year's season finale.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't watch that with your kids though. Don't watch
Oh
that
my
episode with
gosh.
your kids.
I mean, if anything, it says Gordon Ramsay.
Right?
Yeah,
exactly.
that's true too. That's true. That's true. What
Man, we got
lose?
comments
Here we go.
coming
Look,
in left and right.
How do y'all feel about what's up? Well, you know what? Hold off the comments. Let's get to this next step because I think these are going to be fun, right?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so this is the one that I need help on. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's where I
No,
messed up.
finish
I'm
these
sorry.
and then we'll go to the next one.
All right, do what Sandy says.
Okay. So
Sandy, got it?
wasabi for me, it just like hits different. It's just like
Right?
it's really weird. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not either. And I feel like it hits the roof of the mouth instead of the tongue, and it's like,
And then it's
Like,
there,
I
and then it's gone, and then it's like, what was that?
yeah, it was like Robitussin. It's like Robitussin.
I just don't like Asian food.
Chon's already falling asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Sean. He was cold earlier.
Encouraging.
He wants money.
We don't know. We don't know.
We're not that kind of a relationship, buddy.
He's like, I already paid y'all. I'm taking out.
Let me check my Venmo real quick just in case.
Okay, all three of y'all, what is your go-to last-minute dinner for the family? Not Whataburger.
Joe's it would be like Sonic, I think. That's what's
Yeah.
nearby.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
like right
so
there.
home cooked would be like spaghetti. I mean, usually we have like everything, but it's really hard for us to throw something together because we're always missing something. But like a Qdoba style bowl, like when you beans and rice, chicken, just something real fast.
And I think for me, it would probably be some form of tacos. As my wife says, she's like, we had that every week. And I'd be like, no, there was tacos this week, chalupas last week, gorditos the other week. It's all tacos.
Yeah. I think ground beef tacos are the fastest for me too. So
nachos. No, nachos. That's what it is for me.
yeah. So ground beef tacos for me, and that's usually the fastest for us to do.
Nachos. Awesome. Good question. Thank you.
Those are great questions.
Yeah.
She should be on a show or something. and ask,
Right.
like interview people or something.
She stuffed those
Maybe we'll suggest it.
taki sand and cream
Those
cheese.
Takis and cream cheese and jalapeno.
Oh,
pepper.
takis and cream. Okay. Jeez.
What?
And cream cheese and jalapeno
Her
pepper.
granddaughter, I
cooked
think.
them. She said they were awesome. Yeah, don't even sound good.
Actually, they're not. That doesn't sound too bad.
It
Like if I
doesn't.
could have all of that, I would.
Like I can kind of see them cracking up in the cream cheese
Oh,
and stuffing
yeah.
in the jalapenos, maybe.
Yep.
Oh, she said stuffed. Never mind. Okay.
Linda, I don't know. I think that sounds good.
Renee said she
And
loves
Queen of
wasabi.
Aliens loves the wasabi. Of course,
Yeah.
she is Queen of
Of
Aliens.
course.
I found out something interesting about Renee today, that she is an admin of an interesting group. We should have been tapping back in the days of Freaky
days of old.
Fridays.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Renee?
Really?
Really? You just now telling us about that?
Okay, so Josh says a real milkshake nearby is always a must when you go for the insanely hot peppers. I love wasabi.
A real milkshake.
Real.
What's a real milkshake? Are we
Not
talking about
almond milk.
Whataburger milkshake, or are we talking about like?
Or the
See, dude,
milkshake that brings all the boys to the yard.
see, for us lactose intolerant people, that's just, I would just die. I would rather die.
You would have of the spiciness and then the milkshake.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Ouch.
I would just be.
You're like, I'm
I
not
would
really
just be-
sure.
It's like
Just read my last will and rights. 'Cause-
B.
oh hey B,
hey, all the way from Miami.
I'm
Miami.
still waiting for your last message in Facebook. I messaged you, you haven't messaged me back, so I don't know what that's all
Well,
about.
one
She
thing
is
about B
terrible.
is she does not have her
Oh.
phone on her 24. She loses a thing more often than not.
True.
So,
Ah, okay,
And she checks
all
it
right.
maybe once a day.
yeah, if that.
She doesn't have to be on the phone like
No.
us.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
great.
like me.
Okay,
I wish I
okay.
could be like B.
Right.
But as we're speaking, I'm charging it because it was dead.
Right, exactly.
Let's see.
I haven't been checking.
Right. We do stuffed jalapenos wrapped in bacon. Yes, Josh. Oh, that is one of our favorites.
Josh is
I
in
haven't smoked
Arkansas.
them.
He's in Arkansas.
Oh, he is.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
it's
we've
really
done
cold.
that before on the smoker. The only
Mm-hmm.
thing with our dairy-free cream cheese, it kind of just leaks out. It doesn't stay in like the regular cream cheese, but
Navigator, I do not leak. You leak.
Okay.
No. Quick go-to meal. Shredded chicken from Extra during meal prep. Sour cream with some green chilies mixed in. Con tortillas. Easy and tasty. That does
that
sound
sounds
good.
Hmm.
Just mixing some little bit of lemon right in that. And,
See, I'm not a sour cream dude either.
Oh, I love sour cream.
oh, he can't because it's lactose.
No,
Filled.
real milk and real ice cream, not fast food fake stuff.
Excuse me.
Eat tomatoes with salt to help the burning. Oh, I just love
Ooh.
tomatoes and salt. That's
I
like one of my
know. Yeah,
favorites.
yeah. Now,
Interesting.
okay, Sandy, when you were younger, did y'all used to eat your strawberries with salt or sugar? Do you recall either?
Sugar.
I feel like sugar
think it
just
was
tastes
definitely
good,
sugar,
but I want to
yeah.
say I don't know why I think salt, but it could have just been the tomatoes with salt. And anyway,
Yeah, this would be me. This next comment is me.
what?
I would skip the
Just-
peppers and go straight to the milkshake.
It's like Sandy said, you guys get all those boys in the yard somehow.
Yeah, for real. They don't
They're
even
not
know.
coming in there
They
for
don't
free.
know.
They don't
We gotta
even know.
turn them left and right. We turn
My
the guys and the
milkshake
girls.
brings all the boys to the yard.
Yes.
So just be careful.
And then you do have two girls with even more reason that they're coming to your yard.
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
Salt on
Salt on watermelon.
watermelon.
Oh,
Oh,
two
that's
people.
what it was.
Oh,
Salt
Carrie
on
and
watermelon,
Josh on the
not-
same wavelength.
Salt on
That's
watermelon
weird.
is the
Is
best.
that a northern thing or is that a other
What?
thing?
What are you talking about?
What?
Nothing.
The
Nothing.
salt on watermelon?
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
right here with
Next
Gabby.
segment. Next segment.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're good.
Tomato and salt.
That was pretty good, Sandy. I like that. You should have done that too, Jay.
He did. That's where I got it from. That's right.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do: is Sandy, you have one that you wanted to do. After yours, I compiled all of mine into a slideshow,
Okay.
and we'll have Joe or you guys start entering numbers in the comments between 1 and 11, and that'll tell me. I'll pick one of y'all. Joe will pick one of y'all, and we'll choose that topic to
Okay.
give our 2 cents on. Okay. So
that
Sandy,
sounds good.
you're up first.
Okay. So my 2 cents stemmed from a conversation that I had with this gentleman here. Yes. And I typed out the longest text message, and all he replied back was, K. And then not only did he do it once, but he did it twice. And I thought, you might as well just kick me in the teeth with that response. That is and then I even told you, I said K equals, what did I tell you?
I don't even remember this conversation.
And that's why you respond K. How do y'all feel about someone responding K when you pour your heart out in a text message? I'm talking about, it was a paragraph, and I should have screenshotted it and sent it to you, but then it would have been suspicious.
Oh my gosh, Sandy. That is a long text. I'm so sorry.
Can you see? And then he puts K. Oh my God. It makes my blood boil. And I just thought this
mother
trucker.
gosh.
So go ahead and give us your 2 cents on it then, Sandy.
Hold on. You guys,
Okay.
hold on. Hold on. Sandy, you messaged me this at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. I said K at 12:13 a.m. on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. On top of that, he was busy.
Yeah, busy. We know that he's been taking naps too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then
here we
cough,
go.
cough at work.
Yeah. Gabby, oh heck no. Carrie, hate it. Oh, the Lord says, oh, don't ever K me. If you have enough time to type out K, you can type out okay. She said, makes me want to cancel people.
Sandy, I'm so sorry. Good Lord. And this is
like,
a good story too.
Okay.
Dude, you're going off on a tangent. It's too late for that. You have to talk about that later. Anyways.
Okay.
You
That
might
was
as
a
well just
really
be the
good
person on Reddit. That's exactly what my thought was. You might as well not even respond if you're going to respond.
But I like these long stuff, and this is juicy.
No, just delete it. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
She's done with you.
I don't even care.
She's done with you.
I swear I remember talking to you about this, Sandy.
And that was your 2 cents?
K.
No. I remember this now. I did respond back to you.
Go over to Discord. It's gonna take you a while. But anyway, everybody's in agreement. It is rude. Thank you, Queen of the Aliens.
I agree, it is rude.
But you did it twice.
Yeah,
Wait,
I usually will
twice?
type out OKAY. Okay.
This clown. Makes it sound like he's better.
I am. They hate don't put K, put OK. That way you're at least given a little bit of, okay, I read what you said. Okay.
Tuesday was the 20th.
Well, then my son, like when he's done talking to me, he's like, oh, K-A-Y. And then I'm like, Lord Jesus, help me today not to hurt any of these children that you have blessed me with.
So that's your 2 cents then. That's your 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents. I think it is dang rude.
It sure is rude.
Rod.
Okay.
Okay. Duh.
Someone is in there. Oh my goodness. All right, you ready for a number, Jamie?
No.
Or are you going to give your 2 cents? Dude, you're like stuck on that. You can talk
You
about it later.
shouldn't have done that. Okay.
No.
You shouldn't have done that. That was
I'll
your
admit,
fault.
I totally did. I wouldn't be surprised if I opened my phone right now and find the whole message is right there and I hadn't even hit send.
No, you typed
Yep.
K.
No.
No, I paid 2 days later. That doesn't make sense. When do I do that?
Listen to this.
What?
Oh, snap.
The plot thickens.
See, when y'all do this, it makes me go searching areas now. I'm like, let me see, what did I do? I gave you a thumbs up. I didn't. Oh yeah, I did say K. Wait a minute. Her response to me was like, "Let me think," and I was like, "Okay."
No, it was K.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, we have a pro tip coming in for you. There's a little microphone button, and your phone will dictate for
I
you.
will
Saves
not
you the
do
time
that.
of typing.
I'm not gonna
Thank
do
you,
that.
Josh, for trying to salvage our not our marriage, our friendship.
Yeah, our show marriage.
Thanks for trying to help my little sister out. That's kind of how. I say
Hey, that's okay. No, Kelly Raspberry called Kid Craddock her radio husband. So,
it. Yeah. Oh, why'd you have to bring that up?
I
That
know.
makes me so
I'm gonna
sad
get
now.
anyways,
Freaking Joe.
give me your 2 cents.
All
then.
right. All right. What's the number?
Let's go with 8.
No one gave a number, did they?
Yes,
okay,
they did.
8. All right, here we go.
You
Oh,
So listen-
Gabby.
Huh?
Gabby's gonna fight you.
How?
Okay.
You
Okay.
caved my mama.
Can we move? You said 8?
Yes. 8.
All right. This one is
No, I won't. Okay.
are cell phones and/or computers off limits between spouses/significant others? And so this is the idea, like, there's been stories where spouses have left their cell phone somewhere, and then the other one comes to look, or they see a ping on there or something. They're like, well, what's going on here? And then a lot of times you hear some damning message or something going on, right? But in general, what is our 2 cents on our cell phones and or computers off limits between spouses or significant others?
Okay. Who's ready?
Go ahead,
I
Sandy.
think I'm
Okay.
ready. Go ahead.
Okay. So listen, people. If you're cheating, it's off limits. Don't let them do it. Don't. Don't do it. But if you ain't cheating, it's not off limits. It don't matter. Just whatever. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
Okay. So my 2 cents are my
Yeah.
2 cents are
Plural R. Yes.
so I don't have anything to hide on my phone, so I don't care if my wife gets my phone to make a phone call, pull up the web, or anything else. My only thing is, don't go clearing my notifications or looking at my notifications. Don't go clearing out my apps or closing my tabs in Chrome. Don't screw around with anything. Like, I don't mind you picking it up, looking through it, fishing for it. I got nothing to hide. But don't just start closing out my crap, please. That drives me nuts. So
Don't be responding K. To all
yeah,
my
don't.
messages.
That's probably what happened. Annie. My wife probably grabbed my phone and hit K, and that's it. So anyway, yeah, don't respond to my texts. Don't respond to my Facebook, because I don't get to see any of that stuff. If you want to look at it with me, that's fine. If you're fishing around for something, that's fine too. Just don't clear my notifications, please. And that's my 2 cents.
So the producer has my code. I have her code, but I don't go fishing through her phone. She doesn't go fishing through my phone. So it's just.
I never remember Eric's code anyway. I'm like, what's your code again? And he has to have it on there for work because of all the emails and stuff that goes there. I don't have to. I have a pin on there just to have a pin number, but
I think it's by default on most iPhones. Just set up a pin. So
yeah. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Now, back in the day when I was younger, oh Lord, nobody better be looking through that.
If someone had called me asking for some dirt on Sandy, I'd have been like, I'm giving you 24 hours, Sandy. That's all I can do.
Clear your phone.
I'm like, I don't know what else, because I can't hold a lie long. I don't even know why I'm giving you 24 hours.
Right, because you like me. So Josh says,
Yeah,
I've always
I-
given my significant others my PIN and told them they have access anytime that they want or need. But okay, let's talk about this.
Yeah, that's
So-
different.
Okay, so here's the deal. If your significant other has, what's the word?
Doesn't have any skin in the game.
Insecurities. And it's
okay.
constantly like, let me see your phone. I mean,
Yeah.
that kind of gets old. Like, yeah, I'd have a problem with that. Like, you know what? I'm not even going to show it to you.
So let me retract a little bit. Sandy kind of sparked me up.
So it wasn't your
If
2
you,
cents.
yeah, it wasn't, because I started thinking, like,
nipples worth.
if you're not me, if you're a girlfriend or boyfriend that you've only been dating for a couple months, something like that, nah,
Mm-mm.
you don't need my stuff. Get out of there. I
don't
don't know
pay
you
her
like that.
bill?
I don't know you like that. And so I don't know what time frame needs to exist, but I do think that there's a point where, like, you got some skin in the game. So either you're joining money, you're joining accounts, you're joining a household, something like that, where then it's like, okay, now we can share that kind of stuff. But if you come over to the house every other day, kind of whatever, something else, like, nah, I don't need to give you my PIN or anything else like that. Mm-mm. Don't do it.
Joe, do you
Now
need to add
that's-
another penny?
My 3 cents.
Yeah, 3 cents.
Thank
Okay.
you, Anita.
Do you want to move on to another one, or
Let's move on
Yeah,
to
let's
another.
go through these
Oh,
comments
speaking
real
of
quick.
cents, I learned that the U.S. never has had a penny. They're cents. They created so pennies are pence. So
5
that's
pence, none the richer.
it's 5 cents. We had
6
cents.
pence, none
the
the richer.
one we had the 1 cent coin, not the 1 penny.
So, this is a really good one. I don't want to see my husband's cell phone. It's a flip phone. That's like, it isn't a smart one. I don't mean he's not smart. The phone isn't. Really, Linda, what can you do with the flip
That's
phone?
funny.
Carrie says we don't go fishing through each other's phones, but I'll tell you, if either of us are doing something to make each other feel like we need to go fishing, we have much bigger problems. Amen. Sister.
Amen. Amen.
It's good to have access in case of emergency, but as long as there's trust there, who cares? Oh my gosh. So actually, I just
You don't
saw
even need that, right?
I just saw where somebody had said that they were trying to get into their dad's phone who had passed, and they were actually looking for someone to
Hack it.
to hack it. And they're like, if it's an iPhone, good luck. You're not getting in there.
Not getting in there. Nope.
And
Oh,
All right.
Gabby conveniently put her thumbprint on my phone.
how convenient, Dolores.
How convenient.
Just be
Okay.
honest and loyal. Avoid problems, period. Very good. To Sandy's point, if you're in a relationship with insecurity to the point they feel like they need to be on your phone, then that child needs to drop his luggage off before coming into your heart.
Man,
period.
these people be
Man.
writing paragraphs
Yeah.
and stuff
Real
for us.
though. Takes a while to get the. No, I appreciate that. I agree.
Sandy, that is correct. Personal example, someone from my past made me very insecure, so I will admit it. I would always try to snoop.
Sorry, Gabs. That's
That was
yeah.
not the person for you, ma'am.
No, you can just be like, go on.
Oh, this
Right.
is. I like the last one.
There's never a last one.
Yeah, there's. I just tell them to play nice with my other girlfriends, or I'll change my pin.
Very solid advice. Thank you for those 2 cents.
Thank
Josh.
you, Josh. That is excellent advice. Okay,
right, Joe.
we had another number up here
Oh,
somewhere. Wow,
yep.
where did he go? Oh, I went past it.
Blah, blah, blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah,
blah,
blah.
blah, blah.
7.
7.
Mr. Riley says number 7.
Okay.
Oh,
Tacos versus hamburgers.
oh
This should
my
be quick.
goodness.
Okay.
Mr. Pineapples, go first.
Oh gosh. Sheesh.
This is dead air. We can't have dead air.
Tacos.
I need
And
like
the-
Jeopardy music here.
Yeah.
And the heart I guess the deciding factor was like, no matter what type of taco I ever make, I can't use ketchup with it, but I can use any kind of salsa. That's all I got. Tacos are just
No way, man. You have tacos de asada, tacos de birria, tacos del pastor. I mean, you got tacos for days. And
You got
hamburgers.
know.
tacos for days. Yeah.
but that's why I'm with it. Like I feel like I can make anything in the taco world. So
Oh, I
it's
thought
like
you were saying hamburgers was your
no,
answer.
no, no, no. I go with tacos
Okay.
over hamburgers.
Joe?
I would go tacos all day long because I can
Shrimp
have
tacos? Shrimp
No.
gumbo tacos?
allergic to shrimp, so I would be dead. But I love like carnitas and
Mhm.
ground beef and chicken. You can do tacos all kinds of different ways. So
Yes.
Did you guys? I only recently got into chorizo tacos. Man, I don't know why I never made those. Like
Like
legit. and they're-
chorizo and egg tacos?
no. Like imagine just your like pastor, pero instead of the beef, it's chunks of chorizo instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, where's these been all my life? All I've ever had are breakfast chorizo tacos, but these were like, it was good. It was
Oh,
good.
wow.
Everything
the
else is the
producer
same.
was asking about making chorizo tacos on the Blackstone.
You
So,
gotta do it, dude. Don't get the chorizo. You probably need to go to like, what is it called there? I forget.
Amigos.
Is that what it is?
La
mhm.
carniceria or whatever?
Yeah. I don't remember what ours is called here. It's called Lupita's, but anyway, you go to that place to get the chorizo. Don't go to like Walmart or whatever and get because that's got the loose chorizo, if that makes sense, where it's fine.
Nobody
sausage.
wants loose chorizo.
No, you want the chunky sauce chorizo,
Mm,
or make it yourself, which isn't too
Oh.
hard.
mm.
That's more than
It's not
3
too hard.
ingredients.
Hush. All right, give us another one because it's almost time.
Okay,
but
hold on.
Wait,
we
wait.
got
Sandy
some good
didn't.
ones
What
in the
did Sandy
list.
say?
Tacos girl all the way.
She
Okay.
said talk. Yeah.
Okay,
Both.
number 3, because Gabby said
Hamburger.
choose number 3, my lord.
She said that's off of Shrek. Pick 3, my lord.
Wait,
Is
did Sandy
online.
just do a movie quote?
I used to watch Shrek with the children.
All right. There's the question: is online learning making our kids dumb?
No, online learning is making me feel dumb.
Right. Now your kids were already dumb. Not really.
So
Uh.
I think every kid has their way of learning, and it's not necessarily making them dumb. I think what they're missing is some guidance sometimes on how to solve problems. So if you're talking about they're not learning as much, then I would say it's possible. They're not able to retain it as much because they don't have a teacher to guide them along. Because a teacher can look at the classroom and see which kid's eyes have glazed over and be able to help that kid out and say, "Hey, do you understand what I'm saying?"
Put
And
your
they're
hand
like,
down, Sandy.
"No." And then that teacher can work with them. Let's do another example, and kind of go that way where online learning this is what you get. You can try to get through it, or have your parent limp you through this. Well, according to what it says here.
According to the Google.
Right, exactly.
You want to go next, Sandy?
That's my 2 cents.
So my 2 cents on this one is kind of piggybacking on what Joe said. It just depends on how your child learns. I know from personal experience, my child did not want to do online because he needed the teacher he needed in class. I don't think it's making them dumb. I just don't think that school should be taught online just because you're missing your social interaction with your teacher and the ability to ask questions and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I know Jet misses that sometimes where he can just ask a teacher. He tries to ask me or his sisters, and sometimes we're not very helpful.
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm like, I don't know. Ask your dad.
So for me, I think dumb people help our kids be dumb. So I don't know that it matters if it's online or in person. I think it's a kind of a loaded question. How many students per teacher? I know that there are schools that exist solely online before COVID even hit. Before it all hit, that have been doing it successfully for years, teaching children online. As the main schooling thing. It costs a bit of money, and I know that there's been tutorings that my kids they have tutors. They've had tutors since the spring, even through the summer, from a website called Varsity Tutors, and we bought a pretty chunk of tutoring time from them to help the girls supplement their learning while they were not in school. The fact of the matter is, and I've done a lot of this research, is saying that a lot of our mainstream teachers don't understand how to utilize online technology to help teach children, and so it seems from many of our perspectives as parents, it seems like the children aren't gaining what they can out of it because the teachers don't know how to utilize it as much, versus these universities that use solely online teaching as their main component. The children in those schools are doing far above excellent than the children in in your traditional schools, and so that's where I go back to. It's not about online versus in school. It's about your teachers who know how to utilize the technology to reach the children.
Right.
That's my 2 cents.
So some of our comments, Linda says it isn't helping some of them. Renee has a different experience. She said, no, my daughter is thriving with online learning. Her grades are better because she's not distracted like she was in the classroom. I'm here for it. Carrie says, we might have to get our first snow day tomorrow, but we will be virtual since we have the technology in place now. That's a bonus through this dumpster fire of 2020. And Josh says, nail on the head, Jamie. And Chon is looking forward to a snow day.
John is looking forward to a snow
I love
day.
that we can kind of interpret Sean's what he's saying, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and he was definitely for tacos too. I think we missed that earlier in the comments, but yeah, he said he was definitely a taco person.
All right. Do we want to do one more? I feel
like
like I got one more that's a pretty good one.
okay, we're at our hour, but yeah,
I know. Is that okay, everyone, though?
Do I get overtime pay for
Okay.
this?
I got a lot, so we're not. It's not okay. I don't want to pressure
can-
it. So
Well, what I'm saying
I
is we can
understand though.
save it for if you got
There's
a whole
plenty.
bunch, then we can
Save
But
it
there
for
were
a
some
rainy
that were just
day.
exceptionally well.
well then
This
Well,
one,
that would make a much better show for next Monday then. And
if
people
you
got to
pick-
come back.
if you
They have
pick
to
the
come
whole
back and interact like they
single-digit
did.
ones, then that'll make it a challenge because we'll have the same kinds like we did today.
Right, yeah, because look at how many, man, we got all kinds of people commenting on
Thank
it.
y'all so much. I love that y'all were
Wait,
fired up about
Carrie
this.
said to do it.
Your 2 cents.
Carrie, it's not your show. You have your own show, okay?
Carrie, you have
Just-
your own
Oh,
show.
ouch.
At least he didn't call her pathetic. There's that.
So
right, exactly. She didn't say K.
Okay.
it's not like we all haven't had our own challenges around here, okay? So look, Dolores says do one more.
Do one more. Well, we have enough people. Okay, we have 14 people
Do it.
watching.
Do it for the show.
Do it for the show, Joe.
Find an easy
Do it for
one
the show.
that I can say
Oh,
yes or
you
no
just said
to.
do one more. Encore. Okay.
I'm just
you
gonna.
got it.
My
here we
default
go.
answer is gonna be no.
Here we go. And it might be, but you all get ready to answer this as soon as you see it.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
My spouse manages our finances. My spouse planned to give a family member a large sum of money for a down payment on a home without bringing it to my attention. I am now planning on opening my own separate account to put my money in. I wanted to save up for a rainy day and for our future family. I have let them manage our money because I didn't want to deal with it.
Hell no.
What does that mean?
Oh,
There's
oh,
no way that I would try to hide that much money from somebody
No.
without
F that.
talk. Yeah.
What do you mean?
without
I'm
talking-
still confused.
Well, a down payment on a home.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's like $5 or $10 to, or like even $50 to $100 to a family member is okay, but a large sum of money for a down payment, that's
I will
just
tell you specifically this amount was $10,000.
mm-mm.
Oh no no.
Yeah.
Also shared that the married couple who shared this each make in the 150,000 range.
It's still that's still quite a chunk of
Each.
change.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, hey, come on now.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting because now you're going to open up your own account and now it's going to be your money versus y'all.
And this has
Oh.
already happened though too, Joe. So think
Yeah.
about that. It's already happened. So you
So
know what I mean? Like
Yikes.
the incident already happened.
Yikes.
so like in my household, Eric takes care of all the bills. So when I get paid, I just deposit into our joint account and I text him like bills are paid, and that's it. So he pays everything. But
Wait,
I
you
mean,
text him that the bills are paid, but you put all the money in the account?
no. So I have one bill. I'm transferring my check.
I see.
So that's how I text him like, hey, my bills are paid, which that means I've already transferred my money for the month.
So that's
And-
when I remind y'all that rent's due every month, and y'all just pay that real quick.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway, yeah, I'm not down with this at all. $10,000 is a lot of money, and
Mhm.
that's our savings. And you're not going to communicate with me that you're going to give it to. And who is this family
It's
member?
A sibling.
No. Like, I love my siblings, but I mean, we're going to have to talk about this. Like, I would
Yeah.
not ever do this transaction without Eric's knowledge. Like, there's just no way that we wouldn't communicate that kind
Yeah,
of
that is a ginormous amount to just
So also split this up too. So the first part, I guess you could say, is the whole money part, right, to the sibling and not telling the spouse. But then the second part being the whole separating accounts now too.
Okay, so you said that they've already done this, right? They've already paid out this 10,000.
No,
Oh,
they
okay.
ended up. She ended up. So the funny thing was, is she saw
She saw
they
our
saw
show.
the cell phone. They saw the cell phone and was like, "What's going on here?"
So this all came from one family. All the 2 cents came from one family.
No, they
Oh,
didn't.
just
no.
kidding.
No. But this one was like, I saw the cell phone ping, and I was like, he has been on his cell phone an unusual amount of time today. Looked at the cell phone, was like, so instead of flipping out, she casually goes to him and just says, "Hey, are you giving your sister 10,000 for a home?" And he said, "Yeah."
But just giving her, like, she's not going to pay him back?
I don't know if y'all do that in y'all's family, guys, but in mine, we don't do the whole payback thing. That doesn't exist here. I'm not going to hound family for money back. also, if I don't have it, I just can't give it. But I'm
Right.
not hounding family for money.
Well,
anyone
but
for that matter.
I'm also not letting my family borrow that sizable amount of money anyway.
So, and again, in our family, if we're asking for that much, there's no such thing as a borrow. You're just going to get it.
Right.
I wouldn't even feel comfortable asking my family for $10,000.
Yeah.
I can understand that. I think some families, I don't know, we've done a lot of research and whatnot to generational wealth, and it's like, okay, that's how people in generational wealth get along, is by, instead of banks, you borrow from family, but the idea is you're never repaying it back. Anyway, that's a lot of stuff. Anyway.
Hey,
So,
Jamie,
sorry.
family member.
Hey, Jamie. But
Can you
I've
Venmo
said
me
no quite a
10,000
bit of
tonight?
time, so you can ask all you want. You're going to hear no all those times too. So
So
if
anyway,
I'm doing good,
I'm okay
you're
with
gonna
her
help.
opening up a separate account if that's how he's going to be, and then she has her own savings. I'm okay with that.
I
have
think it's
my
just
own-
I think it's kind of just
One at
downhill
a
from
time.
there.
One at a time. Now, none at a time.
I
We
said
didn't plan
I'm
that.
okay with her opening up her own savings. I'm okay with that.
Okay. And then you, Joe, you feeling the same way?
If she's that upset about it, yeah, I think it's unfortunately that's the kind of the thing to do. But
Like that's the consequence of
Right.
that. Yeah. So the money. Oh no! You know what? The money never left. He did tell her, the sister, no, but the wife still felt the trust had, like, he was going to do that. The intent was to give it without, and he fessed up. She asked him. She said, "Were you planning on telling me at any point that this was going to happen?" And he said, "Actually, no."
And
But
I
he
bet that
realized it
sister
was
hates
wrong.
her now.
oh yeah,
Oh.
I may cause some drama. So was he not going to tell her because they felt if they make large amount of money, it's like a drop in the bucket to them? Is that what he felt?
Okay,
Or-
so 150K, what does that come out to a
Well,
month?
it's
If that's how much they make.
no, they
Oh, I
make
see what you mean.
200,000.
No, they make
said
300,000, 150 each.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said 100 each.
No, 150,000 each. So they're making
Okay,
about
well, let me say
300,000 a
for simple
year.
math for my little brain. So that's like $10,000 a month, right?
So you're my calculator sometimes.
Each.
Like what
So
would you make in a month?
300,000 a year divided by 12 months is 25,000 a month.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not really hurting them financially.
Right.
So that's depending on their expenses and stuff, but
Right. Like in our time, we could, like you said earlier, Joe, like 50, $100.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's $10,000 equal to that 50 to $100, and then, and regardless if it isn't, she still feels like it was
well, she still feels that it's a large amount.
Yeah.
So,
and she was hurt by it.
in all of our eyes, I think we all agree that that's
In
a
all
large
of our
amount.
poor eyes.
Right.
I think Sandy hit the nose on that one.
right, exactly.
Because I'm not in a position to be saying 300,000 and
We'll
you
go
know
through
all
the-
that.
through the
Right.
comments real quick. Sean's like, I think Sean's saying no. Linda said, oh, hell no. Renee, big fat nope.
But what does it know to? Because
That's
again,
no.
I'm seeing it like a couple different things in this.
Well,
So are
see,
they
the way
saying-
that you actually like worded this, it's. I think they're looking at the first part of it.
To me, the large sum of
Okay.
money is probably what sticks out to everybody's mind. And I'm assuming
Okay.
that's what everybody's saying no to.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lord, that's a no for me, dog.
Okay.
You sound
I
a
just
little,
wanna make sure
a little pitchy there, bro. A little pitchy, little pitchy, dog.
That's no way. That's a lot of money not to tell your spouse.
Yeah.
So, and I agree with you. I think that's a.
I think Sean is asking you for 10,000, Jimmy.
Right, exactly.
So I agree too. I don't know that I would want my. If we don't have it, here's my thought. If we don't have it, then we can't give it. But if we have it, I would rather much be able to help if I'm in the position to help my sister. And I also trust my wife that if she lent the money to someone, then she, she had our best interest in mind also. Like she
Right.
wouldn't put us under the bridge to help my sister out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I also would expect, I know my wife would come and say, at that large amount of money, she would say, hey, I'm
Yeah.
doing this just so you know, or do you care if I do this? One of
Right.
those ways.
It
Jamie,
wouldn't-
cover your ears real quick, Jamie. Hey, Joe, we're going to ask him for some money later.
Right. Yes, we are.
I think he'll say yes.
I think so.
And Dolores says
Okay, you can
somebody
put it
has
back
some explaining to do. You can put it back on. Carrie said, I always advise my friends entering a marriage to start off by deciding what the max on a purchase is before it needs to be a joint decision. For some budgets, that's 50. For some, that's 500. But hiding always equals wrong. True that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be vulnerable and say that I screwed up like that some years ago, where I was taking money off on. I wasn't taking like a whole lot of money, but I was taking like $20 here or there, and just buying gift cards just because I don't even know, to be honest with you guys. And we talked about it more, and I think it came about because when I was growing up, we just didn't have a lot of money, and so I was always worried about that. And it would be like Walmart gift cards, so that if we ever ran out of cash, I'd be like, "Oh, we have a gift card that we can go get some
Oh,
groceries
it was like
on."
a savings type thing without
Kind of
really
thing,
being a
yeah.
savings. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was always like, but there were times where I'd make personal, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, just going to Buffalo Wild Wings kind of thing for lunch for me. So,
Mhm.
but I always had that feeling, and we talked about it, we got through it, and so I came out on the other side now, and that's not a thing anymore. It's not
Right.
like I'm secretive about it or anything.
So Joanne said, that's a big no. I manage all the finances and I would never do that. Linda, he'd be picking himself up off the floor because that crap would be hitting the fan. His shoes, I think that's a no for Linda.
Yeah, I think so. I see a no there.
And Carrie says, my mom always said, if you loan money, never expect to give it back. So if you
Yes.
choose to loan, consider it a gift. I
Yes,
just feel like
Carrie,
if you want to
I'm
get
right
rid
there
of
with
friends,
you.
let them borrow money.
If you want to get rid of friends, let them borrow money.
Yeah, because then you're like fighting.
You're fighting
you-
to get that money back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, see, and that's why I go back to like what Carrie's saying. I'm like, no, just take it. I'd rather not lose friends over money, and if I have it, but if I don't, then
Right.
I don't.
Okay, so this is kind of what I was getting at. So they're making $12,500 each a month. So he's going to basically give them almost a month's worth of salary.
For one of them, yes.
Yeah, for one of them.
Yes,
So,
yes,
so he's taking, that's a
right.
nice diamond
Essentially,
ring.
almost, like
1/12.
80-90%.
1/12 of their salary
but for the month,
for the year. 1/12.
right? But if let's just say they're living month to month, which I'd find that
I know
hard.
some
But
people that make that kind of money.
okay, so then if they were, then that's 80% of 90% of one person's salary.
Right.
That's a huge. I mean, that's a huge chunk. And if you're okay on a lifestyle of living off of 12,000, but still, it does go back at the end of the day. I feel like where it's like we didn't talk about it.
Right.
We didn't talk about this. I'm sorry if I'm giving a gift of 10,000. I better be a millionaire or at least 1,000.
They're definitely thousandaires unless they got a really good savings. But and then again, it goes back
Which they could have.
Yeah.
Which it could have. But is there that point when you have that conversation with your spouse, guys, sometimes where it's like, hey, they're down on their luck. We have it. Why wouldn't we help them? You know what I mean? Like, I get what you're saying. I screwed up. I'm not saying no, but why would we not help my sister?
But again, you have to consult with each other. I mean, Eric is, I have family in Mexico and they need some money sometimes. And so I'm like, hey, babe, we're going to send this to the family. And so it's always, just letting him know. He's not going to be like, no, we can't. But it's always, a joint decision.
Cool.
I agree. So,
and that's our 2 cents, kids.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah. That's a good spot to end our 2 cents.
Yeah. So hope you all like that. I thought we'd have a good conversation off of that one, and I was like, I thought we'd get to one of the other because there were several other ones that were meaty like that. And we got some easy ones tonight, though. At first,
we like the softballs, though.
Softballs.
Softball. The easy ones.
I've never played softball.
The easy ones.
Okay.
That's what that means.
Those softballs are huge.
Yeah, I know.
Have you been hit by one? I don't know that they're too soft. I mean,
they're not
softer.
soft when they're not soft when they hit you.
Have you seen those girls chunk those softballs?
They wind those suckers up and they're like, bam, going breaking barriers and everything. All right.
So who do we have on tomorrow, Jamie?
All right, guys. So tomorrow night we have
Okay.
Mikey. Mikey's coming on. So I do just want to not really forewarn, but I'm really excited because we have someone who's going to come on tomorrow night and who's going to share with us his experiences, ways that he's helped people who have, or not people, but really kids who've had to deal with trafficking and child abuse and things like that. And I know it sounds heavy, and it is, but he's really going to come on to show us about how he's interacted with these kids' lives and help them get out of those situations and into different situations. And so he's really going to bring awareness, and he's going to show us and teach us a lot about that world. So come join us tomorrow night. It'll be really good. On Wednesday, we have some baby makers coming onto the show, and it's
Baby
Letty
makers.
and Jacob Green, and they're going to talk about. Oh, he told me what it was called, like infertility journey. They're going to chat with us about their infertility journey. And so, if you know anyone who struggles with that or who had struggled with it, invite them to the show on Wednesday, and let's include them here. So that's what we got going on.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
You guys
good.
got anything else?
No.
So
I don't think
fill
so.
the fill
out
the
of
air up with
change.
something while I figure out which video is our
Get the
outro.
video ready. Yeah, don't watch this episode again,
go.
Jamie, just so you know.
Don't watch this episode.
No.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Well, you can watch it all the way up until the part where we tell you to take the headphones off, and then
Y'all scare me when y'all say stuff like that. Like, I don't know if y'all are messing with me or if y'all are sharing some ugly, horrible secret. Someone give me the cliff notes in the comments.
no.
That's okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
We need a new intro for the baby makers. Close your eyes. Make a wish.
Oh yes, send us your favorite baby making song.
That's a good one. All right, everyone. We love you. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed the extra time on for this episode. And as usual,
Remember to wash your hands.
for at least 20 seconds.
You filthy animals.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everyone.
Good night.
It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know? It's the social undistancing show. How did you not know? How did you not know?